right, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Coffee Thoughts. And I'm joined today by Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva, and my partner in
business.
And I'm Terralina from California Cover Up, so we're the BizChicks. Today we are joined by Lady Christy, who is a confidence coach. She's going to be talking to us today about the various things that we need in order to be better at business. And so we're so happy to have her join the conversation today. She has a website, Rock Your Brilliance. So today she's going to show us how to rock our brilliance even better. How are you today, Christy?
I am doing great, and thank you guys. And how is everybody doing?
Yeah, we are well.
I appreciate the invitation.
It is so nice to have you here this morning. And
awesome.
So we're going to run through a few interview questions. One of the things I would like to know is, how do you describe yourself and what you do?
That's interesting. I'm glad you asked that question. Thank you for that question. So who is Christy Iwuchukwu, also known as Lady Christy? Well, I am a confidence coach. And you hear confidence coach, wow. A lot of people that didn't know me would be surprised that I'm a confidence coach. But you know, just about everything you do, there's a story behind it. And you do something based on your why. Why am I a confidence coach? I'm a confidence coach because being a confidence coach, let me back out. I live in California, the beautiful state of California, the sunshine state of California, the beautiful city of Sacramento. And I work with women. Why? Well, that's obvious. I'm a woman too, so I understand women so deeply. But I'm a confidence coach because confidence is something that eluded me for so many years. It's something that I struggled with for so many years until, just like the prodigal son, it says, when he came to his senses, until I said, oh, I didn't have to. But that took a lot of years for me to get here. And I think one of the reasons it was a struggle for me, English being a second language, while so many people, I'm not saying that everybody that has English as a second language has a problem with confidence, but that was my story because I felt like I wasn't enough. I felt like people were judging me. I felt like people wouldn't understand me when I speak. And given all of that was actually true. But did it really matter? Or is that all about me? Was that me and how I was feeling, or people were really feeling that way? While that may have been the case, I found that through my self-development that it was all in my head. And when I begin to unravel, when I begin to peel the onions, when I begin to educate myself and learn from other people, other mentors and coaches, but most importantly is really digging deep inside me, inside of me, and learning, why am I this way? Everything begins to change for me. But you know what happens is that when I talk to other women, I found out that I wasn't the only one. That's why I am so passionate about helping women be all they can be.
Okay. So how did you get started?
How did I get started? believe it or not, you know how you always have dreams? I never really had a dream of being a confidence coach, but I knew that I wanted to do something. I just couldn't figure out what it was that I really wanted to do. But I knew from my experience as a fitness instructor for almost 10 years in the past, that was in the other world. When I knew that women gravitated towards talking to me, some of them will come to the class, they're not really there to do exercise. They were just there to talk. And I realized that you may actually be with somebody, whether a husband, be a friend, be a co-worker, all day, and yet you didn't have an outlet to talk. Mm. Perhaps part of it is because you weren't confident talking to that person. So it wasn't until back in 2014, I attended, back in 2014, I met one of my friends, Lawana Park, and you probably know who she is. And she told me about a program that she was involved in. Then that was the time that I was getting ready to travel. I traveled back to my hometown, born and raised in Nigeria, by the way, for some of you who don't know me. And came back January 2015, on the 30th of January 2015. I attended a workshop, and you guys probably know her, Shea Shesinga, the owner of It Is My Time to Rise. It was there that I began to really pull out the thing that is inside of me. And did it come overnight? No, it didn't come overnight. And everyone should expect that things that you're passionate shouldn't come overnight. It involves. And that's why, how I got started, Nasha.
Okay. Wow. Did not know that you were a fitness coach or a fitness trainer. I was like, oh, what?
Uh-oh.
In years.
I know I don't look like it, but I'm going to get back to it. I promise.
It's not that you don't look well. It just that I didn't know that aspect of your story. And I'm like, wow, I'm glad you shared that.
Yes.
That is significant.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. So what was your biggest challenge in getting started?
Wow, biggest challenge. I think my biggest challenge in getting started is putting myself out there. My biggest challenge is connecting with other people, connecting with potential new clients that will want to see the value in what I offer. For the most part, it's really talking about me, talking about what I do, talking about how I can help somebody else serve you and get you to be able to talk about what you do as well. Be confident in talking about yourself. I think that is the number one challenge that I had, and that's why I do what I do.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm gonna say something here. I think you hit it on the head, because a lot of people shy away from talking about themselves. They'll pull back when they do have genius to share or they have something to share. They're not confident about sharing that. They'll like, when somebody says, oh, that's a beautiful dress. Oh, this old thing, pulling back instead of blossoming forward. Mm-hmm. And women tend to do that. Terry's favorite line is go to the front of your own line. We keep pushing everybody else up into the front of the line. No, you go, you go, you go. And it's because we're not confident enough to, well, I don't have everything all together. I don't have this.
Exactly. And it seems to be too, friend, that when, for instance, when people are seeking a promotion or looking for employment or whatever, if they don't have women, if we don't have all the boxes checked, we think we're not ready for promotion. When in fact, you have to learn the job anyway. No matter where you go, you've got to learn the job.
And I like, you have to walk in there with confidence. And I'm glad that we're talking with Christy today, because we want to encourage you, step out in it. If you don't have confidence and don't know how to get confidence, you're going to reach out to Christy and ask her for some help. But you got to be willing to step out there. So what? Your live stream isn't perfect. And I want to give a shout out to Dina Robinson. She went live a couple of weeks ago. She just pulled the camera out and just started talking.
Cool. Yay. I love it.
It don't have to be perfect. TJ comes on here all the time and tells us, just tell your story. Just tell what's on your heart. And if you need some help, again, with confidence, you're going to reach out to Christy, because we all need, I was going to say, a booster shot. Sometimes we need somebody to come and give us a little, come on, you can do this. Come on, let's make this thing happen. And
everybody needs
a coach.
Absolutely. I am reminded of a quote by Oscar Wilde. And he said, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken."
Yeah.
Be yourself.
There you go.
Everyone else is already taken. And there's also a quote by Bernard Baruch. Hope I'm saying that right. Bernard Baruch. And he also said, "Be who you are. Say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind."
Nice.
And that is so true when I think about the reason women do, especially because I serve women. Confidence is for everyone who suffers from it, but I serve the women. So I can talk about, I think the most important thing about the reason we do what we do, because we are so busy worrying about everybody else and what everybody else is going to say. And oftentimes, you've probably heard me tell a story. When I was first starting out, I was at a place, at an event, and I had two jewelry. One was conservative, the other one was Christy. What Christy really wanted to buy, right? And I proceeded to buy the one that was conservative, because I was like, oh, once I walk into the room, all attention will be on Christy. Therefore, I just want to buy this one. But guess what? What you have to know is that other people probably most likely know you more than you know yourself. And we don't think about it. And the lady said to me, "No, are you sure you want to buy this conservative one? Why don't you take it and show other women and see what they say?" I kid you not, I showed it to about 5 women. And guess what? 4 out of 5 said, "Nope, this is not you. This is you. This is not you. This is you. This is, oh, girl, you better go put that thing back. This is you."
Wow.
I thought the one that was Christy, right? Mm-hmm. And the same thing goes with a lot of women and why we do what we do. Because we live in a society or in the world that as women, you're not supposed to be too bold. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to sit in the back of the seat. And it has nothing to do with being arrogant. I don't call it arrogance. It's about speaking your truth. And good you mentioned about men. Men act differently. Men may not know that job, but they're going to apply for that. And they will believe that, oh, I'm going to learn as I go. But women, we think we have to have all our ducks in a row.
All the boxes, yeah.
Checked before we do it. And yeah.
That's why we need someone to talk to us and point out that, we are worthy. We have what it takes, and build up our confidence.
And let me for some of you, you may want to go check this out on YouTube. Hopefully it's still there. It's good that Francine talked about the lady that did her first live video. And I remember my so well. I thought I was gonna pee on my pants after I did the video. First of all, I did the first one. After uploading it, I deleted it. In my mind, I thought the second one will be better than the first one. Did you know I uploaded the second one? The second one was worse than the first one. And I was about to delete the second one. And I go, well, if it takes me this long to do the first one and the second one, what makes you think that the third one will be better? And how long would it take me to do the third one? I left that video. That imperfect video saved my life. It saved my life because when I received an inbox message by somebody else who saw that imperfect video and said, oh, I can do it. I'm always wondering, oh, how is it going to look like? And people are going to comment bad about me, which was my issue. So since then, I've been doing videos. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. But I get the message out, and that's all that matters. So if there's anybody listening out there, and you are listening to my voice right now, just know that there's nothing like being perfect. You just get better as you go. People just want to hear what you have to say and how you can impact their lives.
True. And with that, what is one of your biggest tips that you want to pass on to the people who are watching and listening?
One of the biggest tips I have to share with people is really being clear with what you want. Being clear with what you want. And I'll say that reservation because oftentimes we thought that being clear means you have to know how to do it. That's not being clear. Because how to do it will come as you begin to evolve. How to do it will come. But really, in your mind, what is it that you really want to do? Before your confidence the fear start coming in. But forget about the fear for now. Just make up your mind what you want to do. Be crystal clear on what is it that you want to do. That is the first tip that I need to give everyone listening to my voice right now.
Just be clear. And then, you know, that's crucial because I was reading a post in one of the groups I was a part of, and the young lady said that I might be able to go find it over here, but she said that she was in here doing social media management for people and hating it all the while she was doing it. And she was just like, this is not what I want to do. Now I want to coach people on how to do their social media stuff. I don't want to do social media management. And she was doing it because it was her sister's business and she's helping out and doing all this stuff. And she said the money wasn't even worth it because it wasn't who she really was. And so she got clear.
Correct. And adding on to that being clear is really, why does it matter to you? Why does it matter to you? Are you just doing it because everybody else is doing it? Or is there a reason that you're doing what you're doing? Oftentimes you do what you do because you're trying to solve a problem. Maybe it's a problem that you have been through and you need to make sure that somebody else who's going through it is through it. So really being clear, crystal clear, and determine why do I want to do this? Why do I want to do Facebook management? Why do I want to be a TV host? Why do I? When you are clear on that, I think it will help you. And the rest of them, you will evolve as you go.
Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done.
So once you know what the mission is, then you can set the objectives and help you reach help you accomplish the mission successfully.
Yes.
Okay.
Because And Janice just, she just touched in with us for a moment and she has to go. But she did that. She thought she wanted to do one thing and then found out. See, she started out doing networking. Janice is a networking, an amazing networking person. She started out doing that and it didn't go quite the way she thought it was going to go. And Janice, if you're still here and you can jump in and say something, that's fine. If not, I'm sure you'll watch the replay. Then she switched up. And so she was trying to do virtual assistants, you know, where helping people do their admin and stuff like that. Then an opportunity came back for her to get back into networking. And now she's doing that and she's happy with it. She's always been a networking person and teaching you how to do it right. And if you want to find out more about that, she's at CEO Space. But there's a way to do it. And she wrote a book on it. It's More Than Minds. And yeah, thank you, Janet. I'm glad you're still here. She wrote a book on it. And she could have been doing a lot of other things, but she got clear. And let me know if I'm wrong, Janice, but she got clear and now she's doing the thing that she really believes is what she should be doing.
The thing that her heart is in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that is a good statement that she made, because oftentimes, like I said, we always think that we have to get it right, the right time along. You can actually start something and you find out, that's not quite exactly what I want. And you may actually come back to it again. Maybe there's a lesson in something else that you're trying to do that is pulling you towards, and you learn that lesson. When you come back the second time around, you'll find out that you have grown, and there are the other things that you have learned. And that brings me to really doing anything. It's about developing and cultivating a growth mindset. Developing and cultivating a growth mindset. And in her own case, she didn't go, oh, I'm a networker and that's all I want to do regardless. She was able to be flexible, change when it needed to change, and come back to it when she needed to come back to it.
Yes. And she said it was always good. She was always good at it. She left because God had another plan for her. And he may have things for you to do. Okay, I need you to go over here for right now, then come back to it. So we may not be married to the thing that we think that we should be doing all the time, but you get clear on what you're supposed to do, basically, is what Christy is saying, that get clear on whatever that is. So go ahead, Terry.
I was going to ask, what is your favorite charity or cause, Christy?
Oh, my favorite charity. It's not formal yet, but my favorite one is the one that help the children in human trafficking.
Okay.
Really, I think that they do amazing work. And as you all know, Sacramento seems to be the hub for human trafficking. And a lot of people don't know that. But Sacramento is huge for human trafficking, where these people are brought in for one thing. It's coming to America for a better life, for a better opportunity. But when they get to America, some of them, I know you've probably seen some of them on TV, their passport are taken away until, for some of them, for most of them, until they're given an amount they have to pay for bringing them to United States. And they stay here for years, become slaves, and they family that know them don't even know what's going on. They just thought they're in a better place, living a better life, until for some of them that are lucky, they're rescued. So that's one of my passions.
Thank you so much for that. And as we always talk about, we need to figure out a way to give back. We really need to figure out ways to give back. And that's why we always ask, what is your favorite charity? Because maybe somebody they want something to get involved in, but not sure. So thank you. And trafficking is something that really, really needs to be addressed. What was your best day ever, Christy?
Oh, best day ever. That's a good one. I never thought about.
That's a girl thing too. I know we get so wrapped up in everybody else.
Like,
My best day ever.
What did I do to have fun?
This is so bizarre. But it's been so long ago. I don't know whether I should go there or should even say that.
It could be. It could be.
Like it was yesterday.
That's fine.
I still remember it like it was yesterday.
Okay, so tell us about that.
In high school, I lived in dormitory. It's all girls' school back in Nigeria where I was born. And I think one of the joyous occasions was knowing that I have to live in the dormitory, that I don't have to stay home. I can only come home only when there is vacation. And staying away from your parents was one of the best things I remember I enjoyed. It's been so long. I know you guys are probably waiting for me to say something different. But
No.
As a young girl, it was like, oh my God, I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. I don't have to wake up given that even though your duties and whatever you do is you have a schedule for everything, but it was different than staying home. I think that's one of the best.
Like, woo, when I went to school.
Oh God. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not what everybody is expecting, but it was just for me, it meant so much to me.
That's
At
good.
a particular time. I don't know about now, but I still remember it like it was yesterday.
And it made you smile.
It made me
laugh. Look at that.
She's like, woo, I'm out.
Yes.
What's the one thing in your purse you cannot do without?
My lipstick.
Okay.
Well, that was quick.
I cannot do without my lipstick for whatever reason. If I go to work, if I go anywhere and I forget my lipstick, if I'm catching a plane and I forget my lipstick, I will come back and get my lipstick.
Okay. All right, everybody.
Okay.
So go ahead, Terry.
I was just going to wrap this up. We're at the
where can we find you online?
You can actually find me. You can find me at rockyourbrilliance.com. Rockyourbrilliance.com. But also, I have a new association that I just started. And this is an association, Women's Coaching Association for Women. Women who want to be confident, who wants to rock their brilliance. Women who wants to get together in a non-competitive atmosphere to network, collaborate, and partner with each other and be able to build their business while they're growing their database. So they can also find me at Women's Coaching Association.com. Women's Coaching Association.com.
So this is association for coaches. So if anybody who's listening is a coach and she's putting together an association for coaches so that they can come together and learn how to coach better, learn how to do some things to grow their coaching business. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, well, for the most part, it's really a network where they can come and get the training, which I'm so super excited because BizChicks is going to be part of the experts for my Women's Coaching Association. They get to network and collaborate and do things together. That's really what that is for.
Okay, great. Well, Christy, thank you so much for being on Coffee Thoughts with us today. We're looking forward to seeing all the genius that's coming out of you. We're looking forward to hearing about your adventures in coaching and adding to your best days ever. She's like, I am out of school. I'm at school. So, and we just want to thank you for taking the time to come and sit and chat with us. Everybody who's watching, and watch the replay, share this out with someone, because there's someone you know that can benefit from the information that was shared today. Terry?
I just want to remind everybody, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. Christy, have a great day. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Francine. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, and tomorrow is Tuesday. TJ will be back here tomorrow to talk to us about digital marketing and social media matters. So that's nice. Anyway, let's talk. Come on out tomorrow. We got great shows for you all week, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for inviting me, BizChicks. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you later.